Oh my goodness, Battlefield 6 fans, poop keeps hitting the fan. So not a day goes by where we're not getting a little bit of good news about Battlefield 6 and then some bad news. And in this case, we're getting some bad news. Some Battlefield 6 portal map creators are receiving warnings for inappropriate references to third-party products. In this case, referencing the popular COD map Shipment. It's most likely because EA are worried about potential legal repercussions from Activision Blizzard. I knew this was going to happen. I just knew it. CS people will have to rename these experiences, but that will make them incredibly hard to search for. And if you don't know, basically people have been, using the new portal system. It allows us to basically create brand new maps using the tools that DICE have basically been working on and developing. And it's kind of like Halo 3's Forge mode, but way more advanced. And people have been taking liberties and making, not only bot farming experiences, crazy aircraft and, jet airborne combat maps and experiences, but some people have even been making rip-offs of popular game maps from stuff like Counter-Strike Source and obviously Shipment, and actually naming it Shipment on the Portal multiplayer experience thing. So people have been just searching Shipment, which is obviously a classic iconic Call of Duty map, and naming it Shipment 2019 edition. And EA's sort of scrambling. They're like, oh, we totally didn't realize people would be making making maps from other competing platforms like from Call of Duty and Activision Blizzard. Last thing we want to do is get sued by Microsoft and Activision, right? So yeah, they're having to send warnings and basically take action against these. And I don't think, obviously they can't prevent this from happening because ultimately the experiences are going to be different. They're not going to be carbon copy one for one versions of the Call of Duty maps. I mean, both games have shipping containers. Both games have similar elements and, assets that look very similar because they're both first-person shooters set in like a similar sort of time period. But yeah, they just can't use names like Shipment or Call of Duty or COD, right, in the names, and a lot of people are getting screwed over. Apparently just using the word shipment is reference to third-party products. So this is pretty bad. So let's read the comments here on X. Basically, didn't he officially, Ludicrous Culture says, didn't he officially make a map that's like CSGO one? Yes, I basically just mentioned that. If they called it Bomb Squad, if memory serves, which is good. Yeah, that's how they should be doing it. I guess, people on social media will share these experiences, and put two and two together and be like, oh, you want to play the Shipment map on Call of Duty, on Battlefield 6? Well, it's called Shipping Container Mint. I don't know. I haven't had my coffee today, but they'll find ways. There will be ways to play it. It just won't be as readily accessible and easy to find, which is kind of interesting because there's other games that sort of have the similar mechanics like that, right? I mean, look at Roblox and Minecraft and a lot of these games that allow you to create your own experiences. And I've seen plenty of examples where people have used copyrighted third-party content. I mean, look at Gran Turismo 7. Not that I want to throw Gran Turismo 7 under the bus, but you could literally go on there and download like skins from the community, made by the community with like officially licensed branding, and you could basically they've got something called Super Formula, which is a Japanese version of F1, and they've basically started putting like proper Formula 1 skins on those Super Formula cars. That way people can sort of pretend that they're playing an F1 game in Gran Turismo, which is cool as heck. But, obviously there is third-party sort of, legal ramifications to that. So I've seen it in other games, other big games. Do you think, let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. Do you think EA's just been a little bit too paranoid that this is going to cause some legal repercussions from Activision? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I can understand Call of Duty Shipment or COD Shipment, but simply Shipment seems a little bit extreme. It does. It's just a word at the end of the day. Calling Duty meant to ship 24/7. That's what they should call it, yes. You know how Halo solved this a while ago? Remakes used a synonym. Blood Gulch, for example, is hemorrhage. Just name the map port or cargo. Exactly. Amen. Here's all the list and words and names you can't call a Portal experience, apparently. Okay, so you basically just can't call it. Basically, a lot of Call of Duty maps have simple names. Dawnville, Depot, Chateau, Harbor, Hurtgen, Neuville. Basically, Call of Duty have have the entire English language at their disposal, and they like to call their maps just basic names, right? Moscow, Leningrad. Oh, EA can't have a Portal map called Leningrad or Moscow, right? Because that might infringe on Call of Duty's content. So silly. You know, they make a fair point, but the amount of maps that have like basic names, Crossroads, probably London, you know, Rocket. They've got a freaking map called Rocket, Pavlov, you know, Rail Yard. It just seems a little bit ridiculous to me. I think EA's kind of overstepping, being a little bit paranoid. I mean, we knew this was going to become a thing. It's disappointing. EA, do better, please. Anyways, just wanted to get that out to you. Get your opinion in the comments section. I'm kind of glad I haven't dug into them recreating Modern Warfare's gunfight. Just name it Duty, shipping. Anyway, let me know what your thoughts are, guys. I'm Blaze2K. Like, subscribe, click the bell icon if you love Battlefield 6, because I'll be streaming it every day. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.
Let's go.